Would that be okay?
Can you repeat your word?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
to be honest, yeah.
I wonder if you can record for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and we'll talk a little bit, and maybe it will be something worthwhile. I hope. If you can record it, and then I will have it to listen to, like we've done once before. Is that okay?
I hope that I could understand whatever you say. You know that my English is not perfect, and I asked my lovely sister Judy to help me
Is Judy
to
there?
handle. Uh, no, I must see. No. Tabassum is here. Yes, Tabassum is here and can understand you. Yeah.
Okay.
مهیار جون فکر کنم میخوان شما نیویورک رو بخونید و ضبط کنید. فکر میکنم منظورشون این بود.
You mean that I am singing to you?
Do you want Mariam sing New You and record it for you or not?
Your singing New You is beautiful. Yes, please. But I
Okay.
wanted to
Yes.
talk and share and ask a question with Mariam and you. And maybe we will have create an answer or just a short talk that's on recording, being
Okay.
recorded. Okay.
Now or in another time?
Now?
Yes. Let me say it to مریم. مریم جون میخوان صحبت کنید انگار با هم و اینو ضبط بشه. این صحبت ضبط بشه.
Okay, I am starting recording Tabassum, dear Tabassum, lovely Tabassum. But I really don't know if whatever Peter now say about that here, whatever may Peter here wants to say, I'm not sure if I could understand all of that, but it's necessary to be here, you, Tabassum. And he told me, okay,
Yes.
if we start, Peter,
Yes.
what's your question? What's
Yes.
your question?
Yes. And thank you, Mariam. Yes, you will understand. And I will just say my appreciation for your translating and Iranian group of people. And what I wanted to ask about and say is I have had these experiences and something like letting go of so many things all the time for the past 6 months. And now, even now, as we talk, the thunder starts in the background. We have lots of rain here and thunder every day. And I know there's a very big process going on, not just with us and New You people, or the, I will say, Iranians and or other people around the world, everywhere. And this is largely about letting go of a lot of things in the past that are no longer have meaning or never did have meaning, but people hold on to them. And so that's a topic. But I also want to ask Mariam, because she said recently that her experiences with either Harold or Harry and the corporation, the Eckankars or Khans or whatever, and also probably with others in the religious groups of other kinds, which you are familiar with in your local country and so forth. So I'm asking, I know she said she had some bad experiences that she did not want me to repeat or be like in conversations. And I understand that, but I would like her to tell me more of what she meant, of those experiences she had.
Okay,
Mariam?
let us to speak and then we explain what we said. مریم
I
جون
just
فکر کنم میگن که در مورد تجربه‌ای که شما در مورد اون هربلت داشتید و اینکه خب ما توی زندگی همون یه سری ایده هایی داریم که اون ایده ها به نوعی ما بهشون وابسته هستیم و اینکه ما بخوام این مسیر رو بریم یه مسیر خیلی طولانیه و چون شما یه تجربه این چنینی در مورد اون فکر گروه اک و اینها داشتید میخوان بیشتر در موردش بدونن که شما چجوری تونستید اونها رو رها کنید بکنم بنوید این
okay.
چیزی که
Thank you. Thank you so much.
حالا فکر کنم
Okay, tamam.
میتونید دست باشه جمله به جمله بگیم حرفمون رو
Yeah, I little bit, I understand what Peter want to say here. Peter, you want to know more about the experience of Harold Clamp?
That you had, yes. That was
And why I really worried about that experience and don't continue to talk about it, you mean?
okay. I didn't know whether you wanted to talk about it
Yeah,
or
okay,
not,
sure,
but you
sure.
hesitated to include that in our conversation. So maybe I need to know, or I would like to know more why or what it was.
Well, to be honest, most of Ekis in our country um, faced with many experience with Harold. And I faced with the strange experience with Harold when I was getting married with my husband, who is really a kissed and loved Harold very much. He put the picture of Harold on his cell phone and talked to him very much. I didn't pay attention to this picture because I has a special idea and I was religious. But after getting married with my husband, I start I start my strange adventure at the Aiken car, and it was really hard for me, but I must spend it. To be honest, I faced with many strange illness, and it was not about me. It was about many girls who really want to get married and live in the Tehran, the capital of Iran. توسط درست گفتم؟ پایتخت میشه capital، نه؟
آره
آره. The capital of Iran. And because there are many unsuitable wave of um, the special maybe 5G or many unsuitable wave on that place, and many special نمیدونم چطوری بگم اینو، ساختمان های اداری اینا همش اونجا هست و شهر شلوغی. and
ایده کلی که میخواید بگید
and there are many people there and with many ideas. When I start the sound of egg, based on whatever my husband told me, I faced with a strange experience at the subway. I could see Harold at the subway in Tehran. And I didn't know him, but in my inner, I feel that I know him, but I don't know why. My husband faced with many obstacles, financial obstacles, when he started to be atheist. And this is a special problem for most of atheists in our country, to be honest. I faced with it because I had experience with another friend who's living in Mashhad, and maybe one day my friend who is here would see her. When I saw him, I feel that I'm dying and I need help, because he was gazing at me and singing some special word with their open their mouth, and the way of teeth, the color of teeth was strange, like the teeth of a reptilian, to be honest. And I feel that I'm going to be die and there is nothing help here. I must do something for myself. And then all of a sudden I stand up from that chair on the subway and try to go fastly from that place. And I feel that something like chewing gum, but it's energetic, behind me, try to keep me and stop me there, and put me there in a special place to refuse me and to refuse me to talk, to walk away and be free. Did you understand my word?
Yes, I did, mostly. And thank you. I was just, I was trying to determine whether whatever you were being directed towards, you felt negatively directed by something that was a part of the Ekankar, or was it part of the negative force, we'll say, that wanted to keep you from being free in any way at all? I'm not sure which, but I think you're saying that it was something entity that was with Harold or the Ekankar that was negative, right?
Yes, Harold is like this, and there is a huge dark force um, behind him, and he is really slave of them. He's like a puppet.
Yes. Okay. And
Completely like puppets. But on that time, I didn't know about it because I had many ideas. I had many religious ideas, and I must face with these kind of old stuff. I must could learn to let it go and put it away.
yes, yes. Very good. Very good realizations. And thank you very much. Uh, yes, I will say I had one experience with Harold about 2 years ago where I was approaching the building of an office, and Joni, his wife, was outside and like a kind of a guardian of the place. And she said I could go in. I went inside the uh, room, which was very dark, and Harold was there. Uh, he walked up or stood on a podium, which is like a stand and kind of where you speak, like you're going to speak to an audience. But he was facing kind of off to the side, and it was like he was practicing to be a speaker or to be on stage. He was practicing. It wasn't in front of any audience. It was just inside the office. And the president of Eckankar, his name is Peter, um, he was there also kind of greeting me or with me. And then he um, basically, I was okay there. And I knew that Joni was really the one in control here, and that Harold was like a puppet on the stage. And so then I started to leave, and I was going to go outside and drive away. And they actually didn't want me to go, but they were saying that something about, you're leaving. What are you doing? And I left, and that was the end of that experience. Then I had another experience more recently where I was in the place where Harold was in. It was a apartment or a house, whatever, and he was in the. There was a woman there in front of him, that is in the room, and she was kind of like the secretary. She's tall, blondish, uh, strong, not a physically capable person, and she was kind of, I guess, caretaking and with Harold, who was in the back room in bed. And so, what happened was this: uh, Harold then came out a little bit later into the front room, and it was a smallish room, and there were a number of people there, and including Peter, the president, and his wife, who were seated in chairs, and Harold was near the front of the room facing, and they were saying that they wanted to, I think, discuss what was going on, and that there was a problem. And Harold was not strong, but he was, you know, walking and standing or sitting in front of the room. And wow, the thunder, that lightning just blew right behind me. Wow. Because all of this stuff is all connected, you see? And I think that's why I asked you, because of these relationships. And I know that I've been invited into that Eckankar room where Harold was, and I noticed Peter and his wife, and I was seated there, and I was really shining in a way. And I looked at the people, and those two people in particular, and their light wasn't on. It wasn't on. I felt like I was the one carrying it. And that was the end of that dream. So I had those two dream visions, whatever. And so that does relate very much, I think, to what you're saying. And if you want to, who is your friend that is translating? What is her name?
Uh, and Tabassum, I want to ask you, Peter, here
Tabitha.
something.
Tabitha? Okay. Oh,
Uh,
Tabassum. I see. Thank you.
yeah, I want to ask you a question, Peter.
Yeah.
And you told that because of your experience about Harold, and you may think that there is a relationship between your experience and my experience. I find some uh, things like some the special common things between this experience. Yeah, and
Yeah, maybe.
but uh, do you continue the sound of Eckankar?
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah,
No, I'm
sure.
not doing any Eckankar exercises or anything for maybe 10 years now. No
Mm-hmm.
more. Yeah. I got found a new UU about 10 years ago, and I didn't continue doing Eckankar. I had actually been not really doing specific Eckankars for a few years before that also. No more. Reading, and I was developing an exercise though. But listen, this thunder that's going on now, I want to tell you because I know that in a way, whatever that is, that thing that was you saw is in a way here now. You see what I mean? It's here now, and it's in some form, and I'm experiencing it very strongly, and a lot of things happening, let's say, but I'm still, safe and what have you. It's not like I feel terribly in danger. It's just hassling and limiting, and it's a cloud, uh, a heavy storm, uh, things like that. So I just want to relate that because I know that I sense that, and some people, I've had people tell me while I was on the phone that there was something around here, and I know that, so um, and have been aware of it, but it's I guess I'm pulling it or what do I say, sensing it so that whatever happens from here. And I don't know what that is, but I feel that I'm glad that we asked and talked about this. It's very important, and there are many people being affected by that and under the control and the whip and the puppet and so forth. And yes, that's one of the main things that,
I found it. I found it the huge darkness force from Kal Ek and
right,
from influence behind the Herald and come from Joanie. I didn't know about this on that time, to be honest. But
right.
when I start, because in our country there we face with many uh, limitation, and we don't have any situation for being free, for having a free book and having anything what we want to have. This
Yeah,
our country is really uh,
it's in
in a,
lockdown.
yeah, you
Yes.
you know you know it. And
And
then
America is getting worse.
yes,
Uh,
but in this situation, when I try to find what happened to me, maybe I was about 6 months at the egg, and it was very, very horrible situation for me.
right.
And I found that I have a chip, I have an implant, I have many things in my within myself because of this old stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Some of the atheists didn't know about it. They really think that their experience is very, very nice. They have an emotional dream. They have a touchy dream, and maybe they when they cry when they cry, it is useful helping for each of them to be completely clear. So what?
Yes.
It's really a huge experience for atheists if we really want to find the real self. But
Yeah.
when I start new song, Peter, it's really wonderful for me and greatest help for me to help my friends. I start a new song in many ways with many famous story, with many famous song or music. I start singing new and sending to our friends. I find my student and share it the new sound to them. I was a teacher, and now I'm a retired teacher at primary school. I'm a primary school teacher, but retired teacher.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
not. Uh, I don't have any special job now, but I try to learn English more and learn the conversation. Um, I start learning better, to connecting better with you and all new friends and all friends who really want to be real. And thanks Dwayne Eva and all new friends and all real guys and all life is and you.
Yes.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. When we
Let me
start
say,
new you, right? Yeah.
you want to say more? Yes.
No, no, you can say.
Uh, I was just going to ask about or say about this experience I have of really being able to listen and hear what I call the voice or the whisper or the inclination, that is the intuition or the feeling of what to do or what to say. And, really hearing very clearly, don't say this, you don't need to go into that. You don't need to ask that question. Um, and, listening to what I call the living one in a way. because it's not just one, it's not like one new guide, um, talking, but it is something like that. And I get to also, I see blue light, around and in my vision, my physical sight, I see blue color and flashing, and both of these things are very much improved, let's say, and increasing in all the time now. And how about you? Something similar?
To some extent, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's really important and great. It's really great because we know what to do, you know just what to do, uh, and things like that. And even when there's uncertainty, the uncertainty is okay. And you just move ahead, continue. And so that's what we're doing. Yeah. And I see you doing that, with and here we are, um, very good, here we are, very good. And that's it. Um, and
This
so,
is be at no. This is be new. This is be new you and be and see more
yes,
there.
yeah, that's very good. How long have we been um, on? A while, right? An hour
I
and 28 minutes? No, 20, maybe 28 minutes, right? On the recording,
uh,
about half hour.
I yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's excellent, excellent. What do you say? Anything else you want to say or share
Just
with
knew you.
us? If
Just
we if
knew you.
we just knew
Just
you, yeah, let's do
yeah.
that.
If you try it in any how, in any time, in anywhere, and connecting with real yourself,
Yeah,
everything in the life shows you that what you should do.
yes,
This is that why Dwayne uh, doesn't try to give us a special suggestion. Dwayne is
yeah,
here with us, with all of us, to show us in a short form talking. I learned it that many times, Dwayne, in a short form talking and being relaxed and focusing on the is and singing new you and then handling your life with your awareness is very important.
yeah.
So I pay attention to new you and I want to share new you to each person who really wants to be free, real free, and
That's
find
great.
yourself as a shiny, sunshiny in the world. This is the
Uh-huh. Yes,
yeah.
very good. Um, okay.
There,
Uh,
is there
I think we
nothing? Is
can,
there
yes, I think we
is,
can
is
share this with Dwayne and New You, and I will put it on mine, you know, YouTube, and you know, this will be a very good, very good. That's okay. Yes.
thank you. Okay, you can
Yeah.
share it.
Yeah. And thank you,
Yeah.
the translator. Your
Tabassum,
Tamasa.
is
Yes,
not.
thank you, Tamasa.
She's not.
Anything you'd like to say?
Tabassum is not here. No.
Oh, she's gone. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
But
You.
knew you. My I sing knew you very much. Do
Yeah.
you, do
Even the
you,
thunder is new you in the up there.
yes,
Thank you, Mariam.
thank
That was
you.
beautiful. I really appreciate it. Um, I guess you could stop the recording if you want. And
Team is here. Team is here. If you team, dear team, hello.
who is there?
Oh no. Okay. You can. Okay. If there's nothing, we can stop.
Yeah. Is there another person here?
No, no, no,
Ah,
no.
okay. Okay.